So I'm talking to Shansi Miller, who is a truly wonderful artist, who lives in the beautiful Virgin Islands in the Atlantic Ocean, where they have spring all year round. That's a bit of a joke, I guess, but it's still a lovely place to live. And her work is it's storytelling. It's astonishing. It's like and very, very colorful and detailed. The people of her country, the people of that part of the world, the way they live. I feel as if I'm reading when I'm watching her work. When I'm watching her work, Shansi, I feel as if I don't know, reading one of those books that used to fascinate me when I was younger about people in faraway places and their exotic lives. So
that's very flattering.
So, if we're truly, it just takes me right away from myself, which is, a good function that good art performs for us. So, can you tell me, Shansi, how did you get started in this sort of work? How did you get started painting this way?
I started. I actually had sort of an unusual education in art in that when I was 16, I had made a decision at that time I wanted to do fashion design. And in the Virgin Islands, of course, there's, believe it or not, as small as the place it is, there's often quite some wonderful people that live here. And I met my teacher at the age of 16 who was going to show me how to draw. And then introduced me to painting, and I never really went back. His name is Tom St. Vincent de Coyo, and is still alive on the island, and I do go to him still for critique. And that's how I got started, and went away to school for a very short time, but then came back to continue studying with him. He was a classically trained oil painter.
Isn't that wonderful to have a mentor so young who's interested in you and will give you a really good start?
Well, I was very lucky. I knew that, and it's one of the reasons I left school is that you sometimes only get that one chance to have such a fantastic teacher, and this was it, and I knew it, and I came back to be with him.
Do you remember when you first started being able to sell your art, how that was?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think it was exciting, and because of my age when I came back, I think I was about 19 years old. I was just glad to be painting, but then I built a house here at 21 or 22, and then I started to try to make it into a career. And actually, it's very hard to get people to take you seriously when you've grown up with all of them for so long, and it just was a very slow process to be able to sell work and become acceptable and collectible.
Oh, sure, and you persisted, which is to everybody's benefit.
I don't know about that, but I'm here.
Really? And then,